welcome for today's morning meditation, Sunday, October the 29th. Always we start our meditation by paying respect so that we open the heart, we align, we connect with the higher energies. What we pay respect to, the heart opens to, and this is the energy which can come in. So we can all pay respect in our own way. A Buddhist, Christian, whoever can pay respect in their own way. If we have no spiritual tradition, we can pay respect to all that is holy in the universe. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Dhammaya, Namo Sanghaya, Buddhang Dhammang Sanghang Saranang Gacchami. We close the eyes, we open the heart. And we bring our awareness to the body, to the present. Just being aware of all the sensations of the body, being aware of the body posture, being aware of any tensions at the forehead, around the neck, around the shoulders. We can let the shoulders drop, we can just drop the shoulders. We carry so much tension in our shoulders that we're often not even aware of. We can visualize ourselves as we sit here. Where we send our attention, we send our mental energy. So by visualizing our body, we're directing our attention, our energy to our own body, where the energy increases. We bring our attention to the breathing. We can focus our attention at the nose, where we feel the sensation of the breath as it passes the nostril. Just keeping our attention at that one point, at the gateway of the breath. Or we can focus our attention at the lower abdomen, as we feel the abdomen rising on the in-breath, falling on the out-breath. So we can decide where we prefer to keep our attention, and we keep the attention there. We keep our attention with the breathing, with the body. We don't send our attention, we don't send our energy outside the body. And we keep our attention only with the present. We don't dig up the past. We don't worry about the future. Just being aware of this present moment as it arises, as it passes away. Keeping our attention centered with the breathing, just watching the breathing, watching the mind, being aware, letting go. Being aware of the breathing in, being aware of the breathing out, being aware of the body, being aware of the mind, being aware of all that contacts the mind, from outside, from inside, being aware and simply letting it go, letting it pass, being aware of all that contacts the mind through the 5 bodily senses, being aware of all that forms in the mind itself, the thoughts, the memories, the feelings, the states of mind. We observe them. We are aware of them, but we don't react. We don't get entangled. We watch them as they appear. We watch them as they pass away. Just staying with the knowing nature of the mind. We don't send the mind out to what the mind knows. Just watching the breathing, watching the mind, being aware, letting go. We don't try to force or control the breathing, just observing the breath as the body breathes naturally. We don't try to force or control the mind, just being aware, letting go. We observe these thoughts, these memories as they appear in the mind, like bubbles, like mirages in the mind. We watch them as they appear. We don't take interest. They pass away, they disappear. If we take interest in what forms in the mind, with like or with dislike, then we pour our mental energy into this mental process. We pump it up, we make it bigger and bigger. A thought appears in the mind like a bubble in the mind. And if we take interest, we create more of these mind bubbles. One bubble becomes 100, 1,000, thousands and thousands. The heart becomes a jacuzzi. But just watching, observing, letting go, the heart stays clear and open. We train the mind in mindfulness, and we train the mind to have the wisdom to let go. Mindfulness means to know, to be aware what is contacting the mind right now from outside, from inside. So we train the mind to have this sharp self-awareness, and alongside this sharp self-awareness, we train the mind to have the wisdom to let go. So keeping our attention centered with the breathing, we patiently train our mindfulness. Whenever we find the mind wandering to past, wandering to future, we simply bring our attention back to the breathing, back to the present, always with patience. The shortcut way on our spiritual journey is through meditation. The shortcut way to progress in our meditation practice is through patience. We can't force the mind, we can only patiently train the mind. So we patiently train the mind in mindfulness. We patiently train the mind to have the wisdom to let go. We train the mind to have the wisdom to let go by always watching the impermanent nature of all that contacts the mind, all that appears in the mind, being aware of the impermanent nature of this body. This body composed of the four elements: earth, water, wind, fire, solids, liquids, gases, heat. We borrow these elements from the world for a time to form this body, and while we have this body, these components are always changing, always being replaced. Even the bones, even the most solid, the hardest parts of the body, replaced in a matter of years. The water element replaced in a matter of days, the blood, the lymph and so on, all replaced in a matter of days. The wind element comes into the body, stays for the duration of one breath. The fire element, the body heat, generated and dissipated from moment to moment to moment. So while we have this body, these components are always changing, always being replaced. And finally, the time must come. We must give these elements back to the world. They go their way in the cycle of elements. Earth to earth, water to water, wind to wind, fire to fire. Nothing remains to call me or mine, just elements of the world. So we train the mind in contemplation of the four elements of the body, and we train the mind to observe the impermanent nature of these bodily sensations. These sensations through the eye, the ear, the nose, the tongue, the body, impermanent, momentary events, impermanent sensations from an impermanent body. We look at the mental events. We observe the thoughts, the memories, the feelings, the states of mind as they appear, as they pass away. These thoughts, like bubbles in the mind, they appear, they pass away. These memories, like mirages in the mind, they appear, they disappear. These feelings at the heart, arising and passing away. These states of mind, like the clouds in the sky. Sometimes we look to the sky, all we see are clouds. In time, these clouds all pass away, leaving the sky clear and open. Same with the heart. Sometimes the heart is so full of whatever state of mind, we cannot see our own heart. We observe all these states of mind, we let them pass, they all pass away, leaving the heart clear and open. So we train the mind in mindfulness, this sharp self-awareness. We train the mind to see the impermanent nature of the body, the impermanent nature of these bodily sensations, the impermanent nature of these mental events. And to the extent that the mind sees impermanence, to this extent the mind lets go. When the mind sees the impermanent body, the mental events, at a deep level in meditation, the mind lets go at a deep level. We can't force the mind to let go, but we can train the mind so that it lets go by itself. And in letting go, we find the real happiness, the happiness based on wisdom, the happiness of peace, the happiness of freedom, freedom from our own mental disturbance. When the mind really sees the impermanent nature of body, of mental events, the mind can see, this is not me, this is not mine. the mind can let it go. And it's like a boulder rolling off the heart. We stop to torture our own heart. We stop to agitate the heart. We stop to throw the heart in all directions with desires. We stop to squeeze, burn the heart with anger. We stop to shake the heart with anxiety. The heart finds its normal, natural state of inner peace, inner contentment, inner stability. We all want happiness. We all would like a permanent happiness. But what can we find in this world to base a permanent happiness on? We look to the outside. We have our parents, our family, our friends, our livelihood, our possessions. All are impermanent. We can lose them all. We look to the inside. We have this body, composed of the four elements of the world, all impermanent. These bodily sensations, these mental events, all we see is arising and passing away. So if we want to base a permanent happiness on anything permanent, a permanent happiness is not possible. We cannot find anything permanent to base such a happiness upon. But if our happiness depends on letting go, then what we get is not a permanent happiness. What we get is a timeless happiness, because we can let go of everything. We can let go of everything outside. We can let go of everything inside. And the heart finds its natural, normal state of inner peace, inner happiness, inner contentment. The heart becomes more clear. The heart becomes more clean. The heart becomes whole. We become wholehearted. So the practice to watch the breathing, to watch the mind, being aware, letting go. Letting go through seeing the impermanent nature of all that occurs in the body, all that occurs in the mind. And as we let go of all the traffic in the mind, we let go of all the clutter, the baggage at the heart. Like a clear pool of water, the heart becomes clear and clean. As we let go of anger, anxiety, which burn the heart becomes more cool. As we keep our attention with the breathing, with the body, we don't scatter our attention in all directions. We don't scatter our energy in all directions. The heart becomes more collected. So just by watching the breathing, watching the mind, being aware, letting go, the heart becomes more calm, more cool, more clear. The heart becomes more collected. The heart becomes unified. The heart becomes whole. And we find that the natural state of the mind of the whole heart is what we call the four Brahma Vihara, the four divine states of mind, the four wholesome states of mind: kindness, compassion, joy, equanimity. When we clear the heart, we clean the heart, this is what remains. And when we actively develop these divine states of mind, these wholesome states of mind, they clear the heart. They make the heart whole. The heart becomes more unified. The heart becomes more and more at peace. The heart finds its natural state of peace, the peace of letting go, the peace based on wisdom, the peace based on mindfulness and wisdom. The heart becomes more unified, and as the heart becomes more unified, the heart becomes more energized, energized with a sublime energy, energized with the prana, the life force energy, the light force energy of the universe. The heart becomes flooded, filled with this life force energy, and we feel more alive, more alert, more awake. The heart becomes flooded with this light force energy, and the heart becomes brighter and brighter. In the early stage of our practice is quite normal. We don't yet see the inner light, but it shows. It shows in the eyes, it shows in the face. The brightness, the clearness of the eyes, of the face, comes from the brightness, the clearness of the heart. As we progress in our practice, we can see, we can feel this inner light. This inner light fills the whole body. When the eye is single, the body is full of light. When we keep our attention single-pointedly directed inward, the body becomes filled with this light. And so we have our own inner lantern to light our way on our spiritual journey. We are no longer spiritually blind, no longer walking in the dark. And we have our beacon to guide us home, back to the heart. Just watching, being aware, letting go, the heart becomes more and more at peace. The heart becomes more and more energized. The heart becomes more powerful, but at the same time more gentle, more mellow. The heart becomes lighter and lighter, more refined, but at the same time more secure. The heart becomes still, still but at the same time overflowing, overflowing with happiness, overflowing with peace, overflowing with joy. We find a wellspring at the heart, a wellspring of cool, clear, fresh life force energy, light force energy. We find a bottomless well of living waters, living light, and we can drink deeply from our own inner well. Just resting within, the mind becomes refreshed, recharged. The heart becomes clear. The heart becomes energized. And as the heart becomes more energized, this wellspring at the heart becomes a fountain. And we feel an overflowing from within. Our inner cup is overflowing. And so we don't feel any lack of fulfillment in our life, because inside we are filled, full and filled to overflowing. And we can rest the mind within for as long as we need to. And when we have rested within long enough, we can share this energy with the world around us. Breathing in, we focus our attention at the heart chakra, wishing happiness for ourselves. Breathing out, we wish happiness for all beings. Breathing in, the heart becomes more and more energized. We can visualize the heart filling with light. Breathing out, we let the heart overflow. We can visualize this light of the heart flowing in all directions, above, below, all around. So breathing in, may I be happy. Breathing out, may all beings be happy. Breathing in, energizing the heart, filling the heart with light. Breathing out, letting the heart overflow. As we do this practice, the heart opens wider and wider. The heart becomes brighter and brighter, more calm, more cool, more clear, more and more at peace. As the energy field of the heart expands, our area of consciousness expands. And as the heart becomes brighter and brighter, we raise our consciousness higher and higher. We elevate our mind, we tune our mind into the higher levels. So a very simple practice, but great benefit. Great benefit for ourselves, great benefit for the world around us. As we radiate this energy of peace to the world around us, we uplift the world around us. And we can do this practice joyfully, knowing that this energy of peace which we radiate to the world is what will come back to us. What we give to the universe will give us back many times over. So we can do this practice joyfully. Joy is one of the 4 divine states of mind, one of the 4 wholesome states of mind. Breathing in, may I be happy. Breathing out, may all beings be happy. And now we can just observe the heart. How does it feel? Does it feel more open, more refined, more at peace, more stable, more steady, more secure? Whatever way the heart feels, we observe it, we let it go. As we continue with this practice, the heart will open like the petals of a flower, become bright and cool and clear and wide. We can't force or control it. It happens in its own time. We just patiently take care of our heart. The results come in their own time. We bring our awareness to the body, being aware of the bodily sensations, being aware of the body posture. We can visualize ourselves as we sit here. We bring the hands to the heart chakra, the palms together. And now the heart is bright, the heart is strong. Our power of intention, our power of determination is very strong. And so we make the intention to continue with this practice of refining the heart, strengthening the heart, freeing the heart. We bring the hands to the forehead in gratitude, respect. Back down to the legs. We open the eyes and we keep the heart open. Bhavatu Sabha Mangalam. May all blessings come to you.